Okay guys, so today what we're going to do is go to a new project. We want to create what we're calling the slant block. And then once we create the slant block, we're going to do a couple other things to it. So what I want to do is I want to go to New, Standard IPT. So a new part. I'm going to close this up. Okay, once I get to new standard IPT, I'm going to start my 2D sketch. And I want to select the X, Y plane. Now, rather than using the rectangle tool, what I want to do is use my line tool. Now that I'm using my line tool, I really need to be careful with it because I need to make sure that the lines come together so that I have a closed profile. So let me show you what I'm talking about. What I want to do is I want to take my mouse and I want to start to draw a line on the screen, but kind of in the lower right hand corner. I'm going to click my mouse to start my drawing, and I want to take my line and I want to make sure that it's totally horizontal. And you can see that horizontal icon that basically it's a constraint that shows it's horizontal. And then what I want to do is I want to take a line, I want to bring it up, and I want to make sure that it's perpendicular. And I can see that constraint icon right there. So at this point, what I'm doing is I'm just drawing just the basic shape of the slant block. And I have not applied any type of dimensions or anything yet. What I want to do is I want to make sure that my angles are 90 degree and the lines are perpendicular to each other. And what I also want to do is I want to make sure that when I am done drawing my shape, that my mouse turns green. Green is good. If it's yellow, it means it's it's an open profile. If it's green, green is good. Green is a closed profile. Now that I have my rough shape drawn in, I see that I have my lines parallel to each other. I see my lines are perpendicular to each other. I see that this is a horizontal line. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Now, what I want to do is I want to select my dimension tool. And just a little trick I learned is that if you start with the largest dimension first, that usually helps you out. So I want to make the largest dimension 5 inches. And I'm going to say OK. Oop, disappeared on me. I'm going to go to my home and bring that back. Okay, so I have 5 inches for my width. My height, I want it to be 3 inches. I want this to be 3 inches. And I want this to be 1 inch. Now, if you notice, there was one dimension that I did not put in, and that was this slope here. We really want to try to stay away from slopes. Dimensioning slopes, we have enough information here that we can create this part without dimensioning that slope. Now that I have my height, I have my width, I'm good. I'm going to go to Finish Sketch, and that will allow me to add my depth. To add depth, I'm going to go to Extrude, and I want to extrude this shape to be 2 inches. It had a closed profile, so it only selected the one profile. Okay, and now what I can do is I can change the material so it's nicer to look at. And again, I like the contrast of the wood. Okay, once we have selected that, once we're done with that, we want to save our work, and we can save it on to save. We just go up to our eye, and then we can go to save as, and then what we can do is save it in our N drive on our flash drive. And I really recommend you guys set up a Tech 7 folder, and that's where we'll save all of our parts and drawings and stuff too. I'm going to call this Slant Block, and I'm going to save it. Okay, once we have this done, again, save it, and then what we're going to do is we're going to use this block for other things. Okay, guys? And we'll listen for further directions. Thank you.